Welcome everyone and welcome to All In, All United.
Remember the comment he made?
I thought some bar to these.
Run Ryan.
And the other thing, you have players out there.
I think the fellas will take it more serious.
What grade?
That one had to go.
Yes, because at the end of the day, right now, Manchester United are
Welcome fellas, welcome everyone, and welcome to All In, All United. Lion, Chef, Phil, and I see Nico trying to connect as well. Right, fellas, what we say.
He never now give him the password.
Using that.
Now, earlier, what I said, right? The nature and the manner of how we just be squeezing some of these wins, But you can't complain about a win. 3 points is 3 points is 3 points. You know, I still find we seeming too reliant on some kind of magic from the quality players that we have. Because I mean,
You find so though? You find that goal was a reliance on magic?
No, I talk about the whole game.
I don't
Right.
know.
Because I know I thought we were dominated, right, for the most of the game. You know, I mean, we're still struggling to play out from the back under pressure. We still can't seem to effectively and efficiently progress the ball up the field on a consistent basis. It's either we getting dispossessed or we're giving it away with long balls, right? But with all that, I'm going on some positives, fellas, here. We're still unbeaten in 2024, right? So, which would have mean in the Prem, we get, 10 points from a maximum 12, 3 consecutive wins. We're 6 points off the top 4 in the Premiership. I mean, that should be good enough to overshadow whatever negatives, right? What are you saying? Nico, Lion, Chef, Phil, what are you saying?
Dread, I think everybody that know I was real fed up with Manchester playing a bag of shit week in, week out. But I had to say you started to see some improvement. So Dread, compared to the bag of nonsense we was playing in November, December, I taking that improvement, because I just know it ain't gonna happen overnight. But at least you're seeing some improvement. I don't want to nitpick. I'm gonna say we're still going to be critical of certain things. But I just say on the whole now, you're seeing improvement.
All right. I hear you. Lion, it's been a while, man. Welcome back to the podcast. What we saying?
Father Abraham,
I wonder if he delayed, boy.
He's
Who's that? Me?
We talking to you, Lion?
No, Ole actually freeze just now. You and Chef for some reason.
really?
Nah, you freeze, brother. Your internet playing up.
Is that North American? Is that North American internet, pal? We good over here.
Because Chef started talking and then I see started. Yeah, well, I look at the game as a whole, right? And we defended well. It had some moments was a little dangerous, but we slowed the game all the way down like Nico internet, and we ended up doing what we had to do after. I mean, I look at the performance as a whole. It had some scary moments, but I'm pleased with the win because it's hard to go to Villa and pull off a victory.
Yep.
Yeah. Phil, what you saying? Welcome, man.
Yeah. Good night, man. As Lion, just to allude or just to add on to what Lion said, right? Man City couldn't win there. Arsenal couldn't win there. So I'm glad for the 3 points. But there were moments in the first half where where Villa was playing the exact same play into Ollie Watkins, and he was just finding space right in that box. There was at least 3 or 4 times Ollie Watkins was finding that space, and I'm surprised he wasn't clinical enough. But then, kudos to United's defense. I think this is now 2 teams where we've stopped the opposition star player. Last week it was Kudus, and this not the well today it was Ollie Watkins, right? Um, Sometimes you gotta learn not to celebrate early. Remember when this guy was there?
Yeah, Pardew.
Pardew.
Pardew did that, and for some reason, Douglas Luiz did that. Douglas Luiz, you're only relevant in the world of football because your girlfriend is probably one of the hottest women in the world. Okay, that's the only
Who's
reason
the
you're
girl?
football. Her name is Alicia
Wow.
Lehman. She's probably the most followed. She's probably the most followed football female player right now. But
Who's,
anyway,
who's she there?
I'll send you.
Yes, yes, please.
Alicia Lehman.
Yeah.
But nah, on a serious note, you gotta give props to Harry Maguire and also Andre Onana today.
Yep,
Those guys played pretty well.
yep.
Harry Maguire seemed like a different guy today. He was communicating a lot with the officials in terms of, like, watch what these guys are doing, and it had me kind of I don't want to say it had me kind of anxious because I'm like, Harry Maguire, just keep quiet and play football, and lo and behold, he gets an assist, right?
His movement in the box was something else, though. You had
Yeah.
to get Jack the Jack because the camera, as you rightfully said, Phil. Sorry to stop your train of thought.
Mm.
His movement in the box and the camera was on him. He really was giving them beams there.
That big head had to come for something, man.
Yeah,
I mean
it's
to
not,
say,
it's not much. It's not much strikers that can win the ball in the air from Harry Maguire. I don't think I've ever seen strikers win the ball in the air from Harry Maguire, and that's the aggressiveness we need in defense, right?
yeah,
But yeah, Andre Onana, I've been critical of him for this entire season, and Andre Onana made some crucial saves today. He didn't make a crucial save that led to the goal, but Andre Onana didn't do anything wrong today that had me like, get this guy out my club, right?
No.
Um, no. But at the end of the day, one other positive I could shout on is this front three of Marcus Rashford, Hoyland, and Garnacho. Keep this front three going. I don't want to say any more Anthony in this front three. Sorry, keep this front three going. And yeah.
Let me just get some comments. We getting some people inside. Chef, we have a little assignment for you, but I don't know if you want to oblige. We
what's
have a
up,
little
boy?
assignment for you, boy. All right. Jody, blessed night to you too. Come on, Chef, read that comment for me now. Read it out loud. I didn't hear you say it.
My glasses start to fuck up all of a sudden. Can't see that coming, nah?
Oh, let me catch.
I just see Scotty. I can't see nothing else, nah?
I know we're struggling to get Chef to see to refer to the man, Scotty too hotty. All right, but don't worry.
I prefer to refer to him as this MC McTominay. That's what I prefer to refer to him as.
Jody,
Big up
thanks for joining,
big
man.
up to the Savior though. Nice for name for him. He's Jesus.
Yeah, you'll see the gosh.
Yeah. Jody saying here by taking that win and move on to the next, yes?
Yes, sir.
The win on the inside. Thanks for joining, man. Good night to you.
Good night,
All
good
right.
night.
He's saying here, now Lion from ATL froze up. We good in NJ. All right. Jody saying here's only Villa. It's not like we have beat them already this season for the season. All right.
The B3-2?
Now we beat them the first leg. We was down 2-0 and we come back.
Oh yeah,
and
we come back. Oh yes. Jeez.
Yeah. Simeon on the inside, good night, man. He's saying I can't be present for anything positive.
It's a fireplace in Trinidad.
ex-girlfriend Phil. She into. Oh God! All right. What?
Nah, them back.
So,
I think they're back together.
Hey, how? But I don't know who's this woman, but I like it. She more and more, boy. Send me thing.
Man, I thought they broke up last year, and now they're back together. So
Nico, you hearing me, right?
All I hear me, good night.
What?
yeah,
Me
man.
know
The inside. Yeah, the
you can
inside.
pay internet bill this Saturday night.
Boy, I had to restart my laptop there.
All right, but
Yeah, man. Welcome. Kristen on the inside. Kristen Harry had a massive game, right? He's
he
saying,
did.
I think Scott found his position, super sub. Goal versus
That's right.
Wolves, assist versus West Ham, goal versus Villa. Last 3 games he came on and impacted the game. Yeah, true that.
Tell Tenago to figure him out.
Once that's where he played, I don't have a problem with that at all. I and Mark was actually talking. Mark, was it halftime when we said they had to bring him on with them two center midfielders carrying yellow cards?
Yeah. We
Yeah.
talk about
We talk about that. So yeah, I don't
Yeah,
mind that.
but the thing about it is he don't ever come on and play midfield like that, you see. So, I mean, them getting yellow cards wouldn't
Nah,
really have any bearing
he's
on
a
him.
midfielder.
He's an attacker, but
Yeah,
he's coming on to
he's
play
a
up on
midfielder.
top.
He's
not
a
midfielder.
yes, he's a super sub
Attacker.
striker. Right?
Yeah.
he just come and do a little thing, man. He mightn't be the best, but he just come and break up a one or two player and that's it. And then
Yeah,
score.
you
I can't believe I choose to do the show when I shot at halftime, boy.
Sub striker. That way he is.
yeah.
Yes, boy.
Triple S.
I run on the inside. Good night to you, man. Thanks for joining. Jody saying here is Onana name here calling. Yeah, Onana. I mean, had a good
No,
game today. We
listen.
can't fight Onana.
Jody, you know how
Can't fight
we is.
Onana.
We just
Today
give
was on best
we
play.
just blast man,
Today
but
was-
when a
Yeah.
man do good,
Onana
we have
best
to give
play
him the
United
props.
States.
But I just watched it for 90 minutes, yes, to the last second.
Don't get me wrong, you know. He's still shit, you know.
Yeah. He's shaky.
But today he had a good game.
Shaky.
Yeah, we can't fight Onana today.
Yeah,
No, I can't fight him today.
Even Gary Neville's tried to heavy down Onana. He said everything that Villa sent was directly at Onana. You know, you want to give him credit.
And maybe so, but he was up to the task.
Correct.
Them shots at him the other day was scoring.
Yeah.
Them
Dan,
play against him the other day was scoring.
He get some pepper at him today.
I'm telling you.
I say, what?
Yeah, John McGinn and Matty Cash send
Them
a
bullet-
thought at them at Onana today that the man handled well.
The one from John McCain, I done say goal, you know.
Yeah, that's a bullet.
Yeah. Nah, Onana was good today. Can't fight him. I want to be that person. Alright. Simeon saying here the slow kind of progress I expected from this team a bit later in the season than expected. Yeah. Still kind
I
of
guess
early
they
days,
have a
but
full
let me
strength
see.
team now.
Let me see.
Correct.
Jody saying here Nikolai, he went and asked the neighbor to restart the router.
I feel it's that self.
Good. If you see where I live in, you know it and no neighbor close. Go and ask.
When you live in the oil field, what the
I
hell?
live in the bush.
The closest neighbor, how far? Real far.
Yeah.
A whole street. You know?
Wow.
Christian saying here, how does come on to play second striker? He does
come
play
on.
second striker, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're saying here, boy, Onana was just at the right place at the right time. That's what goalkeeper's supposed to do, right?
Boy, that's yeah.
That's what keep on jobbing.
Yeah.
Kristen saying here, Onana had a good game. I was surprised. He actually played sweeper keeper first time. I see him running out the box and clearing and take. He footwork still. He had to improve that because we brought him for that.
Yeah.
So that's a good You know,
It had a one-on-one. Well, it was one and
Yeah, that was a one-on-one.
Yeah, and he saved it. Onana
Yeah, he
was
come out nice. He come out nice and
a
he
month
against
ago, that was
Watkins.
goal.
Yeah, that was goal.
Because
Yeah,
here's the thing, Onana just go down so quick that he doesn't narrow his options to save. But I watch him, he think twice to go down, and then he make a move to save it. We appreciate that. Like game bench Cameroon did the trick.
I swear,
Yeah.
I swear, Diego Dal was gonna foul the guy Ollie Walker's from behind, you know. But then when Onana came big, I was like, okay, perfect. And
Yeah,
what
of course.
you know what made this victory so good? We scored not once but twice versus Emi Martinez today, boy. The absolute shit stirrer of
Yeah,
a goalkeeper,
Yeah,
boy.
boy.
Not
That
once
whole
but
team, that
twice.
whole team full of them, you know. That
Yeah.
whole team
Yeah.
full of
Yeah,
them.
Douglas Costa, Emi Martinez. You saw the entire coaching staff on the bench when Rasmus Højlund got subbed. The
yeah. The
entire
man
coaching staff for
was
Aston
learning
Villa wanted to
something.
get up and tell this
Yeah.
man get the F off. I was like, you have got to be kidding me over.
You know why they do that? Because when he was walking off, he started to do this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Do
calm down.
exactly what
Babe.
Emery was doing.
Yeah.
Baby,
Yeah.
calm down. Calm down.
But what Diego Costa or Douglas Costa
Douglas
Doug-
Luiz.
or
Douglas
Luis,
Luiz.
yeah,
Douglas
Douglas
Luiz.
Luiz. Well, he was trying to depict with that
I have no idea.
celebration.
I have
I'm
no
trying to figure
idea.
it out. I'm trying to
I
figure it
don't
out if
know.
there's something going on. I
have
don't
no
know.
idea. But he
I
did
don't know what
say
game he had.
I
He
hope
did
he
say
did it. I hope
post-game.
he did it straight down the tunnel.
no, he did say post game that he will never do it against Man United again. Then he said that, So he
Eh?
learned lesson.
I
He
need to
learned
see that
quick.
interview then.
Just
He learned
imagine
quick.
McTominay do that same thing after McTominay score.
Ganacho would have do
It was
it.
Ganacho, yeah. It was
Ganacho would
Ganacho.
do it.
Ganacho is the petty one.
Nah, that'll be suiting.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Gregory on the inside. Gregory, thanks for joining, man. He's saying, isn't that where a
Gregory.
keeper is supposed to be, Jody? Yeah, well, that's
Yeah,
what he's saying.
in the right place, correct.
Yeah. Well, that's why Nico took so long to come back on. He had a good walk.
Nah, them routes that work so far, boy.
Out of the range. Out of the range.
Out of range. Like, how far out that is work? What distance you can on a router? Yeah?
You could get probably about, it wouldn't be far. It wouldn't be so far.
That's an I
would be
think a
wrong,
video.
Let me go with Chef Oon. You know, he went and paid bill and the sort him out, right?
He gets somebody to open up the internet and the playway booth. And he make a phone call.
Yeah.
We understand, brother.
Yeah, Dalo had a habit of being caught while watching a lot of games. He has improved somewhat, yeah.
Nah, boy, Dalo looking proper.
Dalo,
boy.
not somewhat, nah. Not
Looking
somewhat
like a
at all.
proper defender.
Dalo looking a lot more agile.
Yeah.
And awareness too. Awareness.
Yeah.
on point.
I can say this here right now. If
Yeah,
Like that,
awareness. I think it's the awareness.
yeah, we all know that Dalo's strongest aspect is going forward, right? But I think I think if Dalo learns how to defend proper, he will slowly but surely displace Wan-Bissaka. Slowly.
Yeah.
You still saying that?
He's done well too.
What he done this on
Why,
Basaka already?
Bissaka can't come back in this team yet.
injured. Wan-Bissaka injured, buddy.
Why not?
Even so, Phil, Bissaka ain't coming back here, boy.
In front of that, in front of Dalo. He's still
Now
in front of Dalo.
in front of that already.
Boy, that
If
bet.
Dalo was playing shit now, I can understand. I can understand Wan-Bissaka walking into the team. But I agree with you guys. Dalo is playing really well, and it's going to be hard for.
It's hard to displace him right now.
Look,
That
yeah,
benching, that benching,
Look, the,
what
that
people don't
benching he gets
understand-
earlier on in the season for one, wake him up.
What people had to understand too, he had a lot of work to do too.
Yeah.
With Casemiro coming back, he getting a lot of help because Casemiro does cover real ground, right?
But even before
Yeah.
Casemiro, he was looking good.
Ganacho
see-
working.
He had more work to do.
Yeah.
So he might have get caught out a little more because he had to tuck inside and still run out. But now
Yeah.
Casemiro covering more ground, so he
We-
could do
You're right.
things.
You're right.
We-
You're right.
we-
That why we was playing down the right hand side.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wingers learning to help on defense too.
Yeah. So fellas, let me get into it now. No. It's had this comment that's a pull from X, right? And it says huge win. Doesn't matter how it comes. Alright? Now, all I know I'm going with this, right? All I agree with this point, 18 plus months on. Are you all satisfied with what you're seeing now from Ten Hag? How the team is performing? And you're comfortable with that? So much so that it doesn't matter how the wins come now. What you feel?
My mentality for the first half of the season versus the business end of the season is going to be different. Ten Hag said every game going forward right now is a final, right? And if we can win all of our finals from now to the end of the season, that's a top four guaranteed, right? Beginning of the season or the first half of the season, you want the team to perform and play well and get the wins, right? But now it's all about the business end of the season. The team, if they're grinding out 3 points, are comfortable. Don't get me wrong, there's still some improvements that this team needs to make, right? And we will touch on them later on in this podcast. But I would definitely say that a hard fought 3 points away to Aston Villa is not something that many teams can say they have done this season, right?
Yeah.
Go through.
Yeah. For me, definitely, the first 20 minutes of the game, yes, United was playing football. United were a threat, and to me, you were seeing the plan in terms of how we want to get at Villa, and it was working. And to me, that shows that Ten Hag was working on something during the week to put Villa under pressure, and it was working. And after the goal is when all went down. And Ten Hag even spoke about it in the press conference. He said that was never the plan. The plan was to continue to attack how we were attacking, and for some reason, after the goal, we forgot the plan. The players forgot the plan. So to me, the 3 points, grateful for the 3 points. I think the team itself, in terms of the players, that have a lot of maybe qualities missing that we need, that we don't have.
Yep.
But I'm grateful for the 3 points. And it's not on Ten Hag. I don't think it's on Ten Hag. I think it's somewhat on the players. I think the players have to take responsibility, because you can't be telling me for the first 20 you look good, and then after all of a sudden, after you score, you forget to play football, or you forget to do what you was doing in the first 20 minutes. And I can't put that down to Ten Hag. I have to put it down to the players.
No, I know, Chef, you want like another comment on this, right? No, this is my thing, and I respectfully disagree, because I'm telling you, what I'm looking at here, and I said it last podcast, West Ham was real crap in attack. And I asked the question, I say, a better team, although we giving teams too much chances, right? We are allowing teams too many chances, right? And eventually a better team will come in and we'll pay for it. So I'm not pleased with how we just play football. Nico, you say you see a plan. I didn't see a plan, horse. Right?
In the first 20 minutes, you didn't see a plan. In the first 20 minutes, you didn't see a plan.
No. What I saw was momentum, right? We had
But how don't get...
No, but
go ahead. I don't understand you. Go ahead.
No, right? I saw. I'm Pettas. I saw. We going at the jugular. We playing the balls in, something that we're not accustomed seeing, right? But when I watch how Aston Villa continuously, they weathered the storm for the first 20 minutes. They conceded, right? Nobody could tell me that.
Well, that is not weathering the storm.
Hold on. Let me finish, right?
Go ahead.
As you watch that goal, we score, and fine. It's a good, Hoyland was there, the right place at the right time, and he took his goal well, right? But when you consider patterns of play on the kind of, how we were playing in the first 20 minutes, right? I didn't see where our goal was coming, or where the Aston Villa's defense was struggling to manage our attack on the goal. We were dominant, and we were moving the ball well. But in terms of any kind of penetration to really pepper, I didn't see that. Hold on. When the possession changed hands and Villa was on top, I saw Villa playing through us, and I saw us defending well. I saw Villa creating more chances and looking more of a threat. That's why we hear praising Onana. That's why we probably at some point in the podcast, people go and talk about how good Dalot, Maguire, Varane, and Shaw were defensively, because it was a defensively solid game from us. Because time and time again, I saw Aston Villa growing in the game and creating chances and moving past us with ease, and eventually they scored. No, nobody could tell me, being honest with yourself, a footballing person could watch that game and tell me after Villa score, they didn't worry that we would be the ones losing that game. We were very fortunate today to win that game and taking the 3 points.
Yeah.
But
that's what we're saying.
And that's what we're saying.
We say we're taking the 3 points.
What I'm saying is I'm not pleased with the way we play football because at some point a better team, because last week was West Ham, we get away. This week it was even closer. What will happen next week? And what happened the week after? Because we do not play football well, and I have a problem with that.
A lot is on us too,
Yeah.
and a lot is on decision making.
Yep.
Garnacho getting so much good positions today just to lay off the ball to men, and he didn't do it. Right? The defense worked. So it's two sides to the game, you know. Sometimes decision making has caused us to look bad, you know. But the defense worked. Yeah, Villa get through sometimes, but we had our opportunities to do things too. But it's just decision making, and this is what we have to work on. So I saw a lot of good instances where we could have scored 2-3 goals on them, but as I say, decision making again. And Garnacho is very guilty for some of that. Pass the ball to the left or the right. Slipping Scott. He could have given Scott the ball many times and he just decided to shoot.
Yeah,
So-
to me, even Rashford had some
Yeah.
chances that if he took them as he would have normally took them, we could have comfortably gone in the half 2-0.
Yeah. So it's all about being clinical. And
I
that's
think
what we
also
have to instill.
I think also the eye test for him it a passing, and we understand that. But go ahead, Chef.
Don't keep that inside it. Yeah. Sorry, fellas. So here's what I have been. Cristiano, pulling that door, please.
What Ronaldo by you?
Yeah.
He come for carnival, right?
He come for carnival.
He come down for carnival.
Oh, God.
And making me talk whole day. Man, real miserable, but yes, fellas. So everybody know I have been very critical of Ten Hag's lack of tactics at times. But we talking about this game in particular, Dre. Plenty times, and we had to admit this to Reem, a team does basically put a coach out to hand. A coach will give certain instructions, and men don't carry out the instructions on them.
But
see that
why is only
first-
we team doing that? Why
Just
every other team playing
Hey,
football?
man,
Go ahead.
that's
Sorry.
the first 20, 25 minutes of that game, then we should have won that game. That game should have been over in the first 25 minutes. And the longer you not do what you're supposed to do, especially in the Villa Park, especially at them kind of opposition, you're inviting trouble. Don't get me wrong, I agree with you that we give teams too much scoring opportunities. But Shred, we just get real scoring opportunities. And if we used to take our opportunities, Jed, you see Garnacho, I was telling them fellas that the day, and I hope it happens, the day Garnacho matures in not only his finishing, but I'm talking about what he does in the final third, that fella could be one of the best players in the league.
In the
Right
world.
now, listen,
In the world.
huh?
In the world.
Yeah, in the world. Right now, he missing that. And listen, the ball, his work ethic right now means that he getting the ball and he getting opportunities more than any other player. If Garnacho himself could have had a hat trick today, easily. So I do agree with you that we give scoring opportunities. But here's the thing, what I watched today about tactics, right? In the second half, when Villa was in the full ascendancy, you know, I always, every game I complaining, oh God, when we get our ball, like we doesn't know what to do. But you can see it was intentional that we slow that game right down. That pace, well, two things had happened earlier at the same time. Leon Bailey coming off, and Manchester decide here what? When we have the ball, let them come to us. Let we slow the game, and basically we lull them to sleep. So that all that you have to give the coach tactics. That is a tactical plan. Don't get me wrong. We far from the finished product. And personally, for me, I like you, Reem. I do care how we get wins, because I don't just believe eventually it'll catch up to you. But at the same time, you see these games like these, that last year, them things we was losing games like today, though.
We like about
Not last season or last year, I mean, in terms of the first half of the
Yeah,
season.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Definitely.
In terms of the first
3-0.
half,
Yeah.
we was
about
losing
5
games like
from them.
this. So that's why I'm going to. So that's why I say that we are seeing some improvement. But I do care how we get a win. As much as yes, 3 points, I care.
Yeah. Point made, point taken. Lion way saying. Huge
I
win,
agree with
no
you.
matter how
I
it comes.
mean, Ten Hag realize what's happening and he tell them slow it down. And with slowing it down, he actually created chances in that. It had a chance, I think, Ganacho and all through. After Onana was holding that ball so long,
Yep.
frustrating the Villa players. And then we started knocking in between them, right? And that's how we win the game, because we slow the game down and play to our pace. Because we couldn't weather that storm for long again. If we don't continue playing how we were playing against them and then slow that down, then I surely bag our next goal.
Our second goal was a nice team goal, you know.
Yeah, whatever instructions you give them, it work.
Yeah,
right?
because to me, it can't be a tactic that every time Bruno get the ball, they kick it long for Rashford. To me, and Ten Hag talking about it, Ten Hag after every game, every post match, Ten Hag saying it. So I don't know if he had it Bruno.
Nico,
right?
Realize Bruno game change a little bit, right?
Yes, it has. He has been playing a bit more disciplined. Yes.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, every time Bruno, yes, he have a good pass on him, but sometimes it's a Hollywood pass now. Yeah. Sometimes it will come off, but sometimes you had to say, hey, let me keep the ball, because the moment you play it long and you lose it, there's pressure back on you again. And that's what's happening. That's what's happening.
Passes, there's create a lot, but he had to be more sensible sometimes.
Exactly, especially when we're under pressure. Like today, when we're under pressure and you get the ball, yes, have a chance to go low because, Villa pressing high. But sometimes you have to be able to take the pressure off of the team as well. Yeah. And when you're not doing that and you lose the ball, and it's coming right back again.
Yep.
And before your defense or your midfield even get back that structure, is a wave of pressure again. So Bruno had to be more sensible in some of those Hollywood passes. Yes, we know sometimes it does come off. But sometimes, less than more, it does come off.
Yeah.
So in the comments, guys, the panel gave their thoughts on it. Huge win. Doesn't matter how it comes. You all agree with that, or you all think, how we play football is important? Because my opinion is yes, you want the 3 points. Yes, a win is a win. Yes, whatever. But at some point, your luck go run out. You understand what I'm saying?
Feel Man City and them don't win dirty too.
I'm not saying they don't win dirty, but I can watch and I can see what they just be doing. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't think what we're doing right now, and there's me wanting better for my team earlier. I just don't think what we're doing right now is sustainable. Right? We talk about it against West Ham, and it was even more nervy today. Right? Go ahead, Chef.
Barim, let me ask you something though. Can you agree though that our performances have improved?
Yeah, you're seeing signs of improvement, right? You're seeing signs of improvement. But what I'm saying is I'm still I taking it hard to accept when I get all my best players, then we go play the kind of football I want to play. I can't accept that, fellas. We're not talking about school football here. We're talking about football at the highest level, where you're supposed to have a squad and construct a squad that can maintain a certain level of football and performance, right?
Yep.
So you're going to tell me now that because Martinez not there, we can't play a particular way? I can't accept that, fellas. Not at this level of football. I understand what Martinez brings, and I know when he come in, it will elevate.
And next thing too, a lot of teams they'll be able to recruit better too. Right? We just have to, it's scraps we just have to be living on. Last minute you get Amrabat on a loan. It's scraps we just have to survive on. So Any manager come at United and we had the same kind of thinking. It scraps right through. You go spend
real?
100 million and say, okay, bring Anthony. And then scraps in the end. We shouldn't even get Amrabat. We should have somebody who better than Amrabat. But the scraps we living on right now.
But my thing is, right, just now, my thing is, Amrabat go fall in the next team and we go ball, wait, but we couldn't get Amrabat. That's my thing now, boy. Everybody else, every other team, you're seeing, you know, these guys not afraid to play football. You're seeing these fellas not beating with press. We've seen moving the ball real comfortably in midfield. 1-2s, moving the ball up, not rushing the football. Everything is now long ball, and if it's a long ball, it's a calculated ball. I see Villa do that today, right?
Really?
And I want to see my team do. I don't want to wait until Martinez come back.
So I say, right? So we say we play football like Brighton. And in Brighton position, you accepting that?
At least I know that I could see where we're heading. I will accept it because I know if we continue to play it proper, we will be better.
You feel Brighton going to be top 4 anytime soon?
No, but what I'm
All
saying,
that football they're playing?
No, but what I'm saying is Manchester United playing Brighton brand. I know that eventually we were able to establish a style of play and the team understand what they have to do. We have the how to put it, we have the pull as Manchester United now to get the best players in, right? To improve the league position. We already play the type of football. Because watch me, you look at Brighton. Brighton, they have the potential to be better than where they're at right now, you know.
But we could say the same thing with Ajax. When Ten Hag was at Ajax. Same Ten Hag.
Ajax was winning.
And Ajax was winning. Ajax was looking good winning too.
Exactly. So then, my
point is not the manager now. If you pin it down to the manager, it's not the manager.
Right, well, so I'm not saying it's the manager, but I'm not saying it's the manager.
The age-old question that has been floating around since Sir Alex Ferguson left, since we've had Moyes, Van Gaal, Mourinho, Giggs, Ole, and now Ten Hag. The old age question: the next 10 games, would you take the team winning 1-0, or would you take the next 10 games us dominating for 3/4 of the game and the opposition scores and they beat us 1-0?
You see, that's a difficult question to answer because there's so much.
That difficult. I know it's what I'm taking.
No, because you see, we could be playing shit and winning and getting a penalty and frustrating the living daylights out of we, and the 3 points is the 3 points. It don't matter how it comes. But at the same time, we could be playing pretty well and getting the rubber green in terms of luck and referee calls. So at the end of the day, once we're playing well, at the end of the day, once we're playing well, I believe the results will come. That's what I'm saying. But we're not playing well and we're getting lucky and we come in here and we singing huge win. I don't care once we get 3 points. And I say that luck will run out.
Yeah, but I would Lion in terms of the recruitment is rubbish, right? And because I tell you, the same coach Ten Hag would win on a different team, and you would see a proper brand of football, right? So I think a big part is on the recruitment and not the coaching.
Nico,
so with Ineos coming in, and we having a proper structure in place, then I think we could be able to judge the coach and this team better in maybe a couple chance windows.
All I say, right, and the last thing I'll say on this, right? You believe Sheffield United have man-for-man better players than Manchester United?
Sheffield
United. Man for man.
He trying to say it's down to the coach, but I don't think it's down to
No. All I'm saying is when I saw Sheffield come to play Manchester United, even though we would have won the game, Sheffield, we all agreed here that Sheffield were the better team on the day.
Why? Why they was the better team?
Because they were playing better than we. They were playing so comfortably. They were moving the ball.
Because they're better coached. They are a better coached team.
Well, if that's what you want to say, well then fine.
No, well, I want to know what you're trying to say. So why? Why
But
they
I am
playing
saying
better?
you all blaming recruitment as why we're not well, why we're not playing how we're supposed to. And I am saying, do we have better players than Sheffield United? And we will agree yes. So then, where the whole recruitment argument is then?
But we're Sheffield in the table, them fighting relegation.
You're
So they
missing
can
a
play how
point,
good
Nico.
they're fighting relegation.
What I'm saying is, if a team like Manchester
United,
United, could improve the way we play, then our results will be a lot more sustainable.
And
So
we
we're
agree.
getting results of
Why-
quality, of individual brilliance. That's what we get with results because
So
we have better players.
why we can't
But we're
win
not
the
playing
game
football
and then,
good.
why we can't win the games and in the future we have better recruitment and play better?
But how long we say that line are we still talking about poor performances?
Yeah, because we had a crap structure in place. We had nothing in place. The coach had to be what's called the captain, the bottle washer,
the chief cook and bottle washer.
Yeah,
One hand picky players.
he had to do everything. Chirac should not be one to recruit Anthony and to recruit all the Dutch players to recruit and every player who would have played for him in the past.
But then
Somebody should have been able to pass stop and say, hey, no.
I hear what you're saying, but I just don't believe that we have the personnel good enough to really do anything.
Actually, let me say where they get the young in this team.
I just find we have too much person. This is just my opinion. We have too much average players, and we have too much. And our players' mental is very average at times. So that as a whole, compared with a new coach, really and truly, compared with injuries, compared with what's going on in the club and the whole, bro, it's just mess. It's just mess. So let me use that same example and use Brighton. Brighton might be lower, but Brighton has a philosophy of playing football. They have a well-run club. There's a lot of good around them now. The results not saying itself right now, But comparing the chaos that is Manchester United right now, but I don't know. No?
And to be honest, since Ineos kind of in the picture, and to me it seems like there are a bit more stability at the club. I think the results as well has improved.
Fellas, mentality look like a change a bit, man.
I take it game by game.
Nico, I hear what you're saying with regards to Ineos, but I could start to judge Ineos in 2026, and I'll tell you why. Because
so far,
no. But that's only 2 years. That's only 2 years. Remember we had this conversation that we're not going to jump on the bandwagon when a new owner comes in. I'm not going to jump on this bandwagon where they can do the best summer transfer window for 2024. And then lo and behold, come next year, 2025, the start of 2025-2026 season, they're doing a roll of shit. So I would judge them around that time.
I just think once we see a good foundation for this summer, we could be a little.
Look how much Manchester United players 2 seasons ago wanted Ten Hag in, and some of those same Manchester United players want Ten Hag out. Think about it.
I wouldn't say that one out.
I don't think it's how much players want Ten Hag out, to be honest.
I said fans, not players.
Oh, fans. Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, but I think if you rewind it, you'll hear players.
Yeah, say players.
You said players.
All right.
Yeah,
Take the players part. I'm referring to look how many Manchester United fans
Agreed.
wanted Ten Hag in. Now look how many Manchester United fans want Ten Hag out. So
yeah.
Let me get some comments here, guys. We have some comments piling up, right? Okay. Mylon on the inside, man. Good night to you. Thanks for joining, Mylon. Dwayne saying here, what about that guy Hoyland? 5 and 5. Yeah, Hoyland find them boots, boy.
Striker, my striker finally puts in, man.
Yeah. I still find he not getting the kind of service that's
Of
he
course he's
should
not.
be. He's still struggling for service. And
Yeah,
again,
he's
that comes back
struggling.
to
scraps right now.
again that coming back to how we play, Anyway, you go ahead. Jody saying here, always say a word of prayer for Lexi. She has to do a scan on her left foot. And let's hope so. Oh, wow.
Oh, sorry
Yeah,
to hear
Jody.
that, bro.
Yeah,
sorry to
Jody,
hear
for
that,
sure,
yeah.
buddy.
Yeah,
For
well,
sure,
so.
for sure.
Yeah,
man.
that is sport fair, so
Yeah,
you know, but
buddy.
speedy recovery.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, for sure. So we supporting your Lexi, right? Simeon saying here,
100%.
yeah, Simeon saying here, that hole in front of the back four where men have nobody marking, yeah, it's still there. Yeah, a lot of balls cut back to there, and it's only because the Varans were pushing out that they were able to block shots and things. So yeah.
Yeah.
Jody saying here, yeah, really, because Bruno was playing too close to Rasmus and leaving too much of a gap in the midfield. I don't know. We have Casemiro, we have Meno, we have Bruno, and I find we just still so open. But
Meno was like tired today, man.
I still find I even with Casemiro back, I still find he has too much work to do in the back.
But all I find that yellow card had anything to do with the way how Casemiro played today.
Boy, the man got
That was
a yellow
a
card.
real shit goal,
The man
boy.
got a
Jesus
yellow card
Christ.
for Aston Villa player diving, boy. Boy,
That was that shit card. That was not good call. And I honestly think that had a bearing because
I think it would have a bearing.
Casemiro it has to be on his mind that he
Yeah.
has been
And
picking up
Mino.
stupid red cards lately. So it
Yeah.
has to be a thing, boy. And look, today he didn't do nothing and he still pick up a card.
You even touched him, man. The man kicked
They're
the
out for
ground,
you,
man.
see. He had to learn
Yeah.
that the referees out for him, He in particular, That was agenda against him,
That was a real. I get that, but I mean to say, Jesus Christ, the man ain't touch him, boy.
Yeah, it's a no touch there, boy. The referee take that well said, hook, line, and
You
sinker.
see, the referee make up his mind early now.
Correct.
Like he done come with that mindset.
Yes.
Hey, Casemiro, he does play early yellow.
Yeah.
Right, I'll calm him down.
Yeah,
So the first challenge, he pull out a yellow card before you even think about it.
correct. Kristen saying here, Villa number 44, like Kamara. Look good
Kamara,
in the
boy,
field.
Like,
Like,
come on,
Strong on the ball and could
It's a nice
dribble.
play.
Yeah. Dixie and Bang on the inside. Good
Dixie,
night.
good night.
Hey,
Thanks for
Dixie,
joining.
man. Good night.
Yeah. Vern Lalchan. Oh, that Jody family. All right. He said, I think it's time we look for a new goalkeeper.
Definitely
After
Jody family.
game, boy. After today's game, boy. Oh God,
No,
say all right. Say
no.
at least, well, let me hope we could see more of someone, Anna. Look
What
for a new
boy,
goalkeeper, boy.
man? Onana actually had nearly a man of the match game and
I
men
feel he has
still
the game
come.
today. I feel he didn't see the game today earlier.
No, but
Jesus Christ.
I understand what's going on here. No, but Nicole,
Like
understand
Jody,
what's going on here. They
Jody
family.
sent back up, you know.
That
That's
Jody,
the
that
support,
Jody
you
like
know.
profile.
that Jody second account, boy.
Are you burn our account?
Yeah, that burn account, boy.
They burn our account.
So
But don't call Jody, at least change his surname now.
yeah, change your surname. But anyway, Vern, thanks for joining, man. Glad to have you on the podcast. Doing saying here, we have kept our record intact today, leading in the half and not losing the game.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Javid on the inside, glory, Man United. Thanks for joining, buddy. Consistency, finally.
Not yet.
Results we're talking about.
Yeah,
Right?
that's the only thing.
Yeah. Gregory Senior Football is a results-driven business. Long story short, you can't complain about performance, but men gonna remember the result at the end of the day.
True.
I think football get deeper than that now, fellas. Results
Yeah,
distract
but-
the performance not right.
Yeah, but if you're
owners,
settling mid-table and you're playing quality football,
you're ceiling
if you're
higher.
doing nothing fair.
Listen, let me put it like this, right? We talk about Brighton. Only a couple of years ago, Brighton wasn't even saying nothing. Look, Brighton in Europe now. Then eventually Brighton will start to move up more and more. All watching we short-sighted
Nah,
this thing and all, yeah.
I'm not moving
We
nowhere.
short-sighted. We short-sighted
No
all,
way.
yeah. We would have never said this thing about Brighton before, you know.
Brighton is not.
We would have
moving
never said this
anywhere.
about Brighton before, you know.
You know
Are you
why?
laughing? We would have never said this about Brighton
Brighton-
before.
Just
Brighton
sell all
moving
the
up
best
and moving up.
Brighton sell like City.
Brighton
Like
sell
City
all.
and
Brighton sell
they could
all.
end up on top.
But Brighton sell all the best players and still competing, still beating up big teams and all here.
They're struggling now, Reem.
Brighton not struggling. Brighton just lose one game the other day, boy.
Brighton,
What
remember
struggling you talking about?
Brighton, remember at Dortmund. Dortmund has sell the players to everybody and they still be around that part.
The way how Brighton selling players, them should be in judgment relegation by, and the team's still out there competing in Europe, in Europa League next
They're not
round.
going nowhere. Them staying right with us.
All I'm saying is every season that team building and the ceiling raising higher. And we sit on here talking about results, 1-0 win and we playing rubbish. And we go just sit back and watch how Brighton take we over and then ask yourself where that come from.
That
I understand it's a results-based business, you know. But at the end of the day, you have to build a foundation of something that is sustainable.
Let me see if they're going to make Europe this year and we go here. They're making more Europe this year. And they're going to come out.
And you see, and it have reasons for that. They're selling out the players too. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, look, you just contradict yourself.
But no, but what I'm saying is it could work either way because they sell players and they're still doing well. That could support one argument. But at the same time, it is a valid argument if they lose players, how are they going to compete at the highest level all the time consistently?
Until again, a new owner who could hold on to them players, them not going to go nowhere.
But Brighton don't have the kind of money to hold on to players. So
That's what I say.
They basically, as Phil said, there's a Dortmund, them is a feeder club.
There's a factory they have, yeah.
You're saying here, Reem, you're lying. You will post because we're not. If I see a style of football, right, I will know because of who we are. We will start to win and we will start to move up the table, right? So me and Line, I will not coast. If I see a style of play and I see something sustainable, I know eventually we will start to win, right?
But the coach again, the same coach who play in this style of play, when we in 6th and 7th, and they get with boss. Because Manchester United.
You see, all going on two different extremes, right? All making it look as though to play proper football, we go be sitting in relegation and we go be winning 1 out of 6 games. That will not happen.
Listen, if we go to play proper football the way you want us to play,
in Manchester,
we're gonna get killed.
What?
We're gonna get
serious,
killed.
boy?
Look
so
how
all really saying.
Look how we play.
Also, all really saying that.
Listen, we play more on our counter today, right?
All the time.
All the time. No, not all the time. Not all the time.
All the time.
20-25 minutes wasn't counter. We were playing front foot football until we score.
Right.
After we score, we learn how to play football. After we score.
That was on our counter, right? If we go to play proper football and do what we was doing on that counter, you know what I'm doing? Because we're not playing good right now, Villa would have killed we for sure. I'm telling you, Villa would have killed we for sure.
I just don't believe we have the personnel to play no big expansive football.
We need better players too.
Here we go. Or let's stay here and settle for all the mediocre football. I want more from my team. I want to play proper football and I want to win games.
Listen,
right? You see this kind of rubbish football we playing, I ain't taking that. I'm not accepting it. I'm not gonna accept it.
Reem, you're getting on like the struggles, yeah?
No, I'm care, boy. I'm care. I'm glad for the win. I'm glad for the win. I'm glad for the win. Right? I'm glad for the win. What I'm saying is I'm glad for the win. But what I'm telling you is the manner in which we win in these games is not sustainable.
But nobody not disagreeing with you, bro. We just putting points to you. Why we...
It is how it is.
We see it for what it is. None of us satisfied by the football.
Yeah, but Chef, and what I counter that with is when you look at other teams, right? When you match man for man, those teams have... our players are better, yet those teams play properly. Those teams, them don't look for long balls right through. You know, even though they may not be winning.
And our quality is what they see us over the line.
Our quality.
Let me over man for man better. No, our question mark over man for man better.
Let me ask a
against
question.
Sheffield United, Nico.
No, it don't have to be Sheffield, but
Sheffield
other
playing
teams,
better
other
and getting
teams,
No, what I'm saying is
other
Sheffield
teams.
even play us off the park when we played them last
That is
time.
first half of the season. Let me see them now. Nah.
We need all we best players, eh? We
Let
need
me see
all we
them now.
players
Nah.
back in.
No,
Yeah.
All of them.
it's not only it's not only best players. To me, we have a better routines now. Let me see.
18 months in the start of the season, and we didn't have the best players, but now, a couple months more, yes,
no,
we
because
get it now.
because at the end of the day, those other teams didn't have to be dealing with the injuries we dealing with and had to be chopping and changes and how we had to be doing that. They had a stable, settled team.
All right, Paolo.
No much
Well,
injuries, man.
I could bring two scenarios here right here now. I don't know if was it Del Bosque or was it I think it was Del Bosque who was getting results at Real Madrid
And still get fired.
and still get fired. But on the
Nah, it
other
wasn't Del
hand,
Bosque. It wasn't Del Bosque.
but on the other hand, Mauricio Pochettino, when he came to Spurs, had Spurs playing wonderful football and won jack shit. If you are a business, let's say you're a business owner and you own a club and you hire a manager to get you results, and the man is getting you results, Reem, you have no choice but to keep him. If you hire this manager and he's not getting you results, now here's the thing: results could be an umbrella. Results could be results in playing better football, or results could be getting 3 points on the board, right? In today's football, it's all about getting that 3 points on the board. When it comes to a Champions League final or a FA Cup final or any type of final, and we play shit football and we win that final, you think we're gonna come on this podcast and be like, boy, I can't believe this person give away the ball so many times. I can't believe Onana do shit. We could be celebrating that trophy. That's how we look at it, right? Reem, you're not wrong. Don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, football is a results-driven business. That's all I gotta say.
And I just go ahead, Lion.
Remember why Ten Hag say every game is a final.
Every game is a final.
But what I not disagree with what you're saying. Phil, fellas, I do disagree with all the points I'm making, because at the end of the day, if the team win, I will come here and I will enjoy, I will celebrate, I will be glad for the win. But what I'm saying is I'm looking a little bit further down the line, right? Is it sustainable? We enjoying our win today, but tomorrow we quarreling because the same issues that we didn't address or we have not been addressing is what will cost us down the road now, boy. What I was saying earlier, right? I'm not short-sighted. I'm looking at the bigger picture here, and I'm trying to get you to understand that now, boy.
No, I understand what you're saying. We had to do better. But why
I
we
get
could
it's a
the
results-based
we had to
industry.
get
I
the
get
results.
it. I get it's a results-based industry, right? But if you're a visionary boy and you want to dominate games and you want to play football the right way, we just hear so many managers using that phrase. Then you take your time and you build. You understand what I'm saying? And you work on the style of play and you improve that. And even though the results come, you stick to your guns because the wins will eventually come.
Well, let me ask you a question, Reem. You rate Jose Mourinho?
No, not at all.
What? Well, the man's
I
one of
don't
the
rate
best.
him, but I'm telling you, I don't rate him.
The man's one of the best coaches of the 21st century.
Was.
I mean, I know definitely we had to move on, but Reem would have said something that's not there. And you had to build from somewhere, right? I think Ten Hag came in first to make sure he win games while behind, right? Which we're talking about the structure and everything else, figure itself out, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the way it is right now. So Ten Hag to me is doing his job as not pretty as it is. He is doing what he needs to do. Keep Manchester United winning until things sort out itself in the background. Because Ten Hag come into a mess, and all of us had to agree that Ten Hag came into a mess of a club. And while Ineos and whoever else finding out in the background, Ten Hag doing what he had to do. And building that foundation for the team to hopefully play better football and win games convincingly on the front foot with a style of play.
All right.
But to him, he has to win games. Otherwise, he could be out of a job. However, it
Because
looked
the footballer good, so he go lost he walk.
right.
Right?
Exactly. But he had a win. He had a win, and that we came there for to win, and eventually I see that project. Because if you look at the players, he really recruiting. Right? Let me say, talking about even bringing Kobe Mano into the team. Look at these fellas' age. Ganacho, Hoyland, building for the future. This team is not a team for now. This team is a team building for the future.
All right, and I think that's a good platform to move on from, right? We'll just get some comments. Let me get through the comments real quick. Vern saying here it doesn't matter how good we play once we have a keeper that gives the game away. All right, Jody.
They like one of that.
Like Jody has Vern profile and he type in. I don't know. Gregory saying here Ten Hag still needs time to establish his style, and I think that's what Nico was just saying, right? Real isn't the objective in football to win. Yes, but I believe it deeper than that, right? Dwayne saying here we may have better players, but the balance off, you won't get good. If the balance off, you won't get good performance. I could argue that, but all right, we press for time on this one, right? So let's go through the comments. Gregory saying it's all about structure, all right? Yes. So yeah. Stop drinking all the people on stream. All right. Simeon saying here, just understand that level of football isn't going to get us past Arsenal, City, Liverpool, the Liverpools of the world. Top 5 is possible though. All right. Jody saying here, Vern is his cousin. No burner account. All right. The man airs or like he airs Jody. All right. Christian saying here, I don't know if you all noticed, but whenever it 0-0 or we chasing the game, we does better. Real attacking football, but from the time we go on top, we just sit back and try to counter. All right. Facts. I don't know what Milan replying to. All right. Doing saying here, Reem, where's Leicester City right now after winning the league and the hype? Where are they? Reem, calm down. Brighton not going a place. All right. Travis Mendoza, thanks for joining, man. Alright, Christian saying here Brighton have real good scouts. Christopher on the inside, thanks for joining, man. He's saying we do not have a squad to play with any style except those facts fellas. This summer needs to be the building blocks for style of play. We have a mismatch of poorly recruited players. How can you expect a style? Alright, Gary saying here, I never thought I'd say this, but thank you, Phil. Alright. Ultimately, the recruitment is improving. Alright, doing all your ream like you want to cry us. He's literally on the inside. Good night, man. Yes, my blessings and love. As men, usual suspect, Chef and Lion. Alright. Klopp needed time to improve. Pep need time to improve personnel. All those things required time. I could watch. I could go out with all these things.
I think one of the problem with Ten Hag that he overachieved last season. So we kind of set we standards too high for this season. Yeah.
Possibly. Dwayne saying here, Reem, another point is those teams you call in Sheffield and Brighton and others do not have issues that this huge club has. Yeah. Jody bring men to further the Onana agenda. Yeah, boy. I'm looking at the time, fellas. So I just want to go into your standout performer today. So one player that stand out for you, and then on the positive, and then the worst performer today, if any. All right.
Harry Maguire.
The worst performer.
Sheffield
if any.
Sheffield mute. You were saying something. Yeah, but Harry, but I'd give him that. He defended well and he got the assist. He actually got man of the match too. So
Harry Maguire get man of the match?
Yes,
he
he
got man of
did.
the match, yeah.
So who you want get man of the match now?
Yeah.
Scotty too hotty.
And who's the worst performer, boy? I'll give
It had to.
If any.
I'll give Garnacho that.
The worst performer, boy.
Yeah.
Hello,
You know why I
wicked
give
boy,
him
lion boy,
you know why I
Garnacho
give him
boy.
that? No, he played well, huh? But you know why I'm giving him that? The decision.
It could have been better.
what Lion is probably trying to say is that everybody played well today, but to nitpick out of like who didn't, there's like a A, it's like a A versus like a B minus.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. The decision making I didn't like today from him, man. I like him as a player.
I didn't like it most games. I don't like it most games, to be honest.
Yeah. The decision making real poor. So he was good, but
Rashford 2.2.
yeah.
My best player today was Harry Maguire, and my worst player today was Matty Cash.
Hey.
I can't help but
yeah, go ahead.
I can't help but just shout out Dalot, but I find Dalot on both ends of the pitch was immense today. He made 2 critical key sliding tackles to dispossess the Aston Villa team on the break, and then he was the one that served up the delivery, the cross for the winner. Dalot all around, has been a revelation. He really improved the game, and I know last week I made the joke and say he downloaded the Wan-Bissaka skate tackle tree. No, because he really, me know if they have his skate tackling men in training or he in a corner get skating, I don't know. But the man really improved in terms of his defensive awareness and tackling in the back.
He tackling, his skate tackling certainly improved.
And we know. Yeah, and we know going forward he good on the ball. He easy on the eye, and he could whip in a decent cross. So for me, Dalot hasn't been dropping below 5 in terms of performances, over the past couple of games. And today was our next top performance from him, as far as I'm concerned. And I think I'd have said it even if he didn't come up with the assist. So for me, it had to be Dalot. My worst performer had to be that Lindelof cameo, boy. Oh God, my goodness. My goodness. Jesus Christ.
Done. I have never seen a man come on and play that amount of shit, Lindelof did nothing good,
Nah, you're under pressure. You're under pressure.
So when I see the take of Leon Bay, I said, thank you, Jesus. Because if that man is done,
you just see food enough.
So that man is see food.
He's seen Aki and Sawfish.
That man sees soca brainwash, food expo, and say, oh God, I'm gonna eat. Done. I swear it had nothing Bailey do,
Yeah,
and on top of that, Dalot, I guess if Dalot get the ball, all I said, bro, you don't have much room. Just get the ball forward. Lindelof.
Pass it straight to
No, that was too much. Hey, you see, my memory banks completely put that out of my mind,
Me too.
I was gonna bring that up, boy. Definitely, but
that was too much, boy.
Yeah, Lindelof for me definitely. But must stand out today. The amount of licks and the amount of nightmares I was getting from Onana in the past couple of weeks. No, Onana get a licks near line. I think that was the best game at United should today.
Yeah,
he definitely deserved mention in terms of, I think he was one of the standout performers. Even when the goal that Villa scored, the first save he make on that, I found was an excellent save as well. So I think Onana for me was my standout performer.
Yeah. Anybody else? We covered there.
No, we covered that.
All right. Gregory saying here they also don't have the same level of expectation. Okay, and that's on the previous point we was discussing, right? Dwayne saying here Maguire, Dalot, and Onana, good performers today. Yeah, and I think everybody will have mentioned each of them. Right? So fellas, I think that brings us to the end of the pod. Unless anybody has anything else that they want to just
I just smile when I realize we don't even start the pod again by asking what all you think about the starting lineup, because it's a friggin' given now that the best team we have.
Yeah.
It ain't even no debate.
Yeah.
That's the best team. Full stop.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Anthony in no starting lineup.
Yeah, boy.
I want to know. I want to know what they're going to do with Mount.
Mount
well,
have a
he-
hard
I
time, but
mean,
Mo prepping himself for preseason.
well,
that's
could
what he and last year.
last year, yeah.
Yeah.
What wrong with Malasia? This man just he limed with Rashford 1 minute, then he injured. Like about 10 months that I injured now. Hey,
No, imagine that
gosh.
another one injured since preseason, and I can't come back yet. What we
Let
injured
me
with, boy?
see.
Kobe
Let's
Mano,
see.
Kobe Mano, come do surgery, do all kind of thing, and come back.
My Lindelof gets sick about 3 times. And last year and come back. You see he threw something with his throat and all kind of, but like, what wrong with you, boy?
Half of them men need some vapor rub and some white rum. I ain't gonna lie.
Boy.
Yeah.
Well, let me hope he could be ready for next season. Him, he and Mount, let me pray that the gearing
No,
to
he's
prove we
supposed to
wrong
be
next
back in
season.
training sooner. I think he in train. I think both of them on the grass or something. So, but I think Mount before him actually.
All right.
Why I don't know what wrong with him, boy.
I
Well,
don't see Mount going same place Amrabat going at the end of the season. Yes,
The African Cup of Nations?
out of Manchester.
Oh.
Anyway, guys, let me get
Mount
some
ain't going
closing
nowhere
thoughts
yet.
on Rapid. Yeah, he
Mount,
spent 60 million for he just the
Yeah,
other day
one
wing
more
and sell he
season.
just saw.
he might end up like a Phil Jones. Getting contract
Hey.
renewal. No, getting contract renewal and still.
Nah, don't.
Hopefully that is a thing on the pass.
Yeah,
No,
But I wonder
let me
if
hope
we
so for
but
English.
no, but I
They'll see them
really
English players on him so.
What's that?
but I really wonder if we did do we homework on these players because Mount had an injury problem at Chelsea. And yet we still went and pay 60 million for this man, boy.
He wasn't so bad, man. He wasn't
No,
so
in
bad.
the last two
Now,
seasons for Chelsea,
the last couple of seasons at Chelsea was
he
really
was very
bloodline.
injury prone. Yeah.
Oh yeah. He missed like most of the season for Chelsea.
So I
Yeah,
don't
and then
know.
when he
Like we
come
are
back,
doing the homework or
he was looking real iffy.
yeah. Davion on the inside. Good night, man. Thanks for joining,
You
Davion.
must forget he's a United player. Yes.
And that the changes we hope would come with this new shock time, please.
Yeah.
Well, as per Phil, we gotta give them 2 years, huh? Yeah, 2 years, 2 years. So
2
let's
years,
see how
boy.
it goes. Yeah. So fellas, let me get some closing thoughts, then let me wrap it.
Not United related, but I think one of the guys that should be mentioned in terms of football, and he just won African Cup of Nations is Sebastian Hoyler.
Hala.
Sebastian Haller, sorry. This guy had testicular cancer in 2022 and had to take a year off from football for rehab. 2023, he then signs for Dortmund, and then lo and behold, 2024, this guy wins African Cup of Nations, scoring the winning goal. So, what it has been a turnaround for this guy, boy. So, kudos to Sebastian Haller, and boy, keep on going, boy. That's my closing thoughts.
Yeah. Straight man. Straight.
Well said.
Good
You
through,
know,
good through.
as Reem say, I agree with you. Yeah. Overall, I hope we perform much better. But
Yep.
that's really what we get those wins too, so we can match the performance with the wins.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I could end on that as well. Definitely we want our team to play better. Away at Villa, and I think this season they had a real strong record at home, and they are ahead of us by a few points. Well,
Five.
so I
5
think
points.
yeah. So I think even mentally for us, that was a hurdle cross. So hopefully, we build on this. We build on this with performances. And let me see if our team really had the players who could really play our brand. And yeah, if we play better, I think at home we go in and do well for the rest of the season at home. Let's see our away performances. If we could really improve our away performances, I think that will definitely be welcome.
Yeah. Chef?
I You see, right now, with me and Manchester United are taking it game by game. I really want to hope that the improvement that we're seeing with the return of our players would, push us on to the end of the season. We don't have any European football to play, and we just have what, FA Cup. So we could really push on in the league and just grow and get some kind of consistency with not just winning, but with the style of football we want to play. That's just me.
Yeah, yeah. Um, well, I guess I can't disagree with nothing that you all said. Again, all you know me, I's a eye test fella. And I want my team to play well. I don't mind us winning. I want us to win. That's the goal, right? And win trophies and that kind of thing, right? But performances shouldn't be frustrating, man, right? So I just want us to play better. So guys, we could be here again on Sunday to look back at Luton. We on the road again, right? And I know we road form improving because we winning, right? It's just a matter of improving how we win, But again, as Ten Hag says, every game from now until the end of the season is like a final, and I believe if we treat the games like that, and give some priority as well to performances, then I think we could more than make top four, and we could more than find ourselves in Europe come next season. That is the goal, and I really hope we could achieve it. I think dropping the points today would have kind of hit me and hit that hopes real hard, but I think the win, kind of encouraging, the aspiration that even though we start off, real slow and poorly this season, we could still achieve a top four.
Next week,
So
next week is away from home again.
yeah, yeah,
Supposed to be Luton. No?
yeah.
It's funny because the way I see it, if we really want to cement a top four place, after Luton is Fulham, and then after Fulham is Manchester City, boy. So
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So let me see how it goes. So guys, again, it was nice. Thanks for all those who were in the comment section. We always appreciate the likes and the shares. Nico, Lion, Chef, you still do that thing for me, boy. Man, boy. Give it now, boy.
Have a good night, everybody. So
Yes.
remember, Juve morning. Not everything that look like a woman is a woman, so be careful out there. That's my closing thoughts. You
boy,
thirsty.
he got
Oh,
a
God.
point, boy. If the Adam's apple bigger than the ass, boy, he's off, boy.
Thank
No, you
you.
might see
Yes.
Anna Zappa.
Yeah, man.
There's a bandana around neck and thing now.
Yeah, you seen that.
Sad, yes.
Anderson on the late join. Thanks for joining, man. He said
Yeah,
6
man.
points critical, and he said that's the 2 games before City. So yeah, I mean, yeah. Those who can't swim will float. Yeah. So guys, thanks again. We out. See you on the next one.
Yes.
Good night.